Hello, my name is John Bridges, and I'm here today with Bob Menlove. Both of us work in transformation, and I'd like to ask Bob a few questions. So, Bob, first of all, what about cloud transformation? What is that, please?
Well, thanks, John. Well, I see cloud transformation as the opportunity to get everything in one place and allow the users to be able to get an evergreen system whereby they can tap in and use and scale within their organization just from having one repository.
Right. And why do companies do this particularly? Why? Why is everyone doing it?
Well, I suppose to some extent it's obvious because you're bringing everything from disparate places and you're putting them under one roof, and it's much easier to create the security for that, and it's much easier to then scale with that and protect the organization as it grows.
That's good. And how would you normally do this? How would you go about it?
Well, everybody's at it at the moment, John, moving from on-premise, so with your scattered assets all over the place, through a transformation so that you've got everything in that one place. So going about it, you have to do a really good business case. It's a standard sort of project management in a way, but you need to prepare yourself really well and make sure your roadmap spot on, because you don't want to be changing stuff on the journey.
That's right. It sounds quite risky. I mean, what are the major risks that you come across, Bob?
Well, I think a lot of organizations don't think about that risk. There is a risk at the beginning of getting the business case wrong, but there's also a risk during of burning too much fuel and finding yourself only half transformed. Or, as we have had recently with AI coming in, suddenly you've got a situation where the whole world's changed, and maybe your endpoint has changed or your target operating model's changed. So you have to change on the fly. Very difficult.
Right, thank you. And what about overall benefits to an organization or the staff? What sort of benefits do you normally drive out?
Well, look at some of the big companies like Amazon and Microsoft, and others. They've been able to scale. They've been able to spread themselves right across the world using one way of working with proper processes, proper dashboards, the single pane of glass where everybody in the organization can see the progress of the organization. It just transforms the communication and makes them, much, much better, and they can grow better and prosper.
That's great, Bob. Thank you very much. Lovely.
Okay. Thank you, John. Thanks for having me.